We are at the Bellagio, right outside of the buffet. So they're open for brunch only from 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock, and we have never tried this before. Now, I haven't heard really much about this buffet, either good or bad. There doesn't seem to be a long line. I hope that's not an indication that it's not good food, but we're gonna go inside and have a look and take you along with us. Let's go inside. The drinks here are self-service, and they have of course, coffee, which I really wanted with my breakfast, but they also have one of those Coke machines, the ones that you can choose from like a million different items. So I got some vitamin water to have with my lunch because I like my variety. So I got a breakfast plate here, got a whole bunch of stuff that we're gonna try. But the first thing I really wanted to try was, of course, chilaquiles. I saw them making them sort of fresh there, and they come in these cute little containers. There's a little egg in here, cheese, chips, salsa. I hope it's good. All right. Not the most authentic, but I'm gonna say it's pretty good. The salsa has a good kick to it. Nice crunchy chips. The egg in here kind of softens up the spiciness of the chile or the salsa. And I'm gonna move on to the rest of the things here. So I got some hash browns. They actually look pretty good. I didn't put any salt and pepper on them, so I hope that they are seasoned well enough. They're good, they are seasoned well enough. You don't need to add salt or pepper. Nice. Now there was this egg dish, it wasn't labeled, but looks like it had some cheese in there, so I'm just gonna try a couple bites of this. Ooh. Yeah, it's just like eggs and cheese. Very nice, sharp cheddar cheese. Very, very tasty. And on the side of the eggs, I had just more eggs, just the kind of plain scrambled eggs. The eggs with cheese are much better. There is this hash, and it's, I want to say it's a brisket hash, so let's try it out. There's some bell pepper, onion in here, potatoes. It's got a bit of a smoky flavor to it. It's really good. Of course, had to get a little waffle. They did have some strawberry and blueberry sort of a syrup or a sauce, as they called it, over by the French toast. I didn't get a piece of French toast, I just wanted a waffle, but I saw this strawberry sauce and I had to put some on top of my waffle instead of syrup. So let's see what this is like here. Sometimes when I try waffles at buffets, they're very dry. This one's not dry. It's sometimes they're hard to eat. They're too tough, they're too dry. That one's good. All right, got a little pork sausage here. I only saw pork sausage. I didn't see any turkey sausage or chicken sausage. Okay, it tastes fresh. It doesn't taste like your store-bought frozen sausage. It tastes good. Nice sausage link. Bacon. Good crunch. They had some pieces that were crunchy, and some that were a little, as my kids call them, wiggly. Both very good. All right. Last but not least, they had apple crepes. The sauce reminds me of McDonald's apple pie. I love McDonald's apple pie. Those are a good crepe. They actually do have a crepe station here too, so if you want to have your own homemade crepe, you can go to the crepe station. All right, now we're gonna move on to the next plate, which is Asian food. They had a nice selection of Asian food, so we grabbed a bunch of things to try. So first I'm gonna try this shrimp hargao. I don't know if I need sauce with it. sauce would probably be good. There's a little hot sauce that we got here. But it's almost like a rice wrapped shrimp. I think it's actually really good. So next, it's pork and shrimp shui mai, excuse me. So I've not tried this, and the other one either, so I want to see what this tastes like. It's a good combination of the pork and the shrimp together. I don't know what this outer coating is, though. It doesn't have a whole lot of flavor, but it is good. It seems to be a little bit of veggie cooked into the meat as well. Now this is a barbecue pork bun. I do love my barbecue pork buns, so I hope this is yummy. There's paper on the bottom. All right, let's see here. Good sweet pork barbecue and a nice sweet bun. These buns that they cook these in, they're almost like, they remind me of Hawaiian bread. They're sweet and they're just fluffy and light, but the pork inside there is really good as well. All right, so there's a vegetable egg roll here. Nice crunchy on the outside and soft, good vegetables with a little crunch on the inside. Great flavor. I thought I was gonna need the sweet and sour sauce. I did not. Okay, and these are some wings. They look like they have some sesame sauce. I think there's some sort of a sweet chili wings. I'm not a wing girl, but this coating on this wing is so good. It's sweet with a teeny bit of sour. I can taste a little bit of spice, but not much at all. It's a good combo. This gives it a little crunch too. That's good. Really good. All right. Got some chow mein. Oh, excuse me. I shouldn't be eating all this without my chopsticks. How unofficial of me. All right. Let's do this the right way, people. All right, chow mein. All right, the chow mein's fine, but the chow mein doesn't really excite me. It's nothing out of the ordinary. This is now Mongolian beef. Ooh, tender. Flavorful. It's a little spicy, a little sweet. I love that combination. It's so good. And this was some Chinese broccoli here. Nothing like making a mess. Okay, it tastes like broccoli. It just has a little bit of maybe some seasoning and a little oil on it. And some fried rice. All right. I think fried rice and the chow mein are pretty average, but the meat dishes and the buns, all these other dishes are actually excellent. So we're gonna continue eating on now. Before I get started on my next plate, I wanna talk about pricing. So this buffet is open from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. every day of the week. During the week, it's just regular brunch. But on Saturdays and Sundays, they have their regular brunch from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. It's $54.99 for regular brunch in the week and on the weekend mornings. But at 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the weekends, it turns into a seafood brunch, and it's $66.99. But your seafood brunch comes with more fun things, of course, seafood. Now, if you're looking for drinks here, they do have a drink package for $28.99, so you have unlimited beverages like beer, wine, margaritas. There's a few cocktails that are listed on there. So $28.99 if you want to add that package. But the seafood buffet is where it's at. What we did though is we came at 10:30. We took advantage of the regular brunch price at $54.99. But of course we're here at 11 when they switch it over to seafood, and we're taking advantage and getting the seafood. Now, they have the king crab legs, which everybody is coming here for. And you might be like, Melissa, why did you only get 2 crab legs? They're cheaping out on you. No, I asked for 2. They were giving out plates of like full of crab legs. So I just know I couldn't eat that much, so I didn't want to waste all those crab legs. But I'm gonna try this out because this is what's fun. I guess you don't get the little crackers here. Okay. Get some lemon. Crab leg. I'll have to work on these later, but it is good crab leg. All right, they had some paella. So some shrimp, mussels, there's some like crawfish looking thing. All right. They didn't take off the tails in the paella, which is not cool. You gotta take off your shells before you eat it. Let me try one of these little mussels or clams. That's good. It's a good flavor though, for the paella. It's not like going to Spain or anything, but it's good. All right, so I'm being a little adventurous and I got an oyster. They had a little sauce. I cannot remember the name of the sauce. It started with an M. Maybe we'll drop it in there. But it looked like a little bit of a wine sauce. Okay, I need to break this up because it's stuck on here. All right, now I gotta slurp it. Here it goes. Done. There was a guy over there, literally, he was stacking his plate with oysters. So he's taking advantage of the seafood buffet, and he had probably a dozen oysters on his plate. He actually made room for me to get my oyster, and he came back and got more. All right, well, I didn't get chopsticks, but there are sushi rolls that actually look pretty good for a buffet. So let's see, I got a variety of them. I'm gonna start with this shrimp sushi. Shells. I'm not a dainty eater. I'm sorry, you guys. Or, this is a tuna sushi. Sushi rice is very important. This is not quite grocery store quality rice, but I don't feel like I'm eating at a restaurant. They have salmon roll here, or salmon sushi. I will say the fish tastes fresh. And this was labeled as a California roll, but it looks like there's tuna inside of here, so I don't think it's not a California roll. California rolls normally have crab in them. So I'm just gonna take a little bite. It's definitely tuna. As far as sushi is concerned, I don't know that I would go back and get a bunch more sushi. It's okay, but I think I'd rather have more of the crab legs, maybe get some of the paella or other things. Be like that guy and get a million oysters. The sushi's just okay. All right, there's still more to show you. I saw them making some fresh tacos over there. Really want to try that out. They have a station where somebody is preparing fresh tacos. So they have al pastor, carne asada, and chicken. So I got one of each and got a little lime. I did put some salsa, onion, and cilantro on there. So they had a red salsa and a green salsa. So I put red on 2 of them and green on the chicken. So let's first try this carne asada. The tacos are pretty good. This is not bad meat. It's nice and seasoned. The salsa is good. Spicy. All right, second, let's try the chicken. I want to save the pastor for last because I love al pastor. So in the chicken, I put green salsa on it. The chicken's good. It's white meat and it's a little dry, but I kind of expect that when I get chicken tacos. That's good. I did get a jalapeno, but I'm gonna give that to Enrique. It just looked cute. And they did have some little onions. I do love little grilled onions. They're so good. All right, now let's try the pastor. I put the red salsa on this one too. Pastor is my favorite by far. I think you come here and you don't have a lot of room in your belly, just get the pastor tacos. So pastor has it's pork, but it has a certain seasoning on it and the spices, and there's like a little sweet in there. It's just perfect. It's really good. And with the spicy salsa, it makes it really good. All right. I do this to myself every time. I'm always disappointed in the pizzas at buffets. So I'm preparing myself for another disappointment, and that's okay. But I want to try it out. Look at, like, tiny little piece though, so. Once again, disappointed. It kind of tastes like a DiGiorno pizza, which I don't mind, but I don't want to pay $54 for DiGiorno pizza. The crust is okay. All right, this one wasn't labeled, but it looks like it has bacon and onions, maybe barbecue sauce. Okay. This one is much better actually. So it's a good barbecue sauce that's on here. It just tastes fresher for some reason. And the bacon fits on there, nice and crunchy. They did have several other slices of pizza, different types. But out of these two, I definitely recommend the one with the bacon and onion and barbecue sauce on it. All right, so we still have more to show you. Okay guys, I'm getting really full, but now I have the carving station items, so I'm just gonna have to get through this here. Now, there are different items here that I'm gonna try. I have beef brisket, a beef rib, prime rib, there's pork belly, and short rib. So I'm just gonna take a little bite of each and let you know. Let's start off with the beef brisket. It's very tender, very flavorful. Has a good natural sauce, au jus to it. And speaking of au jus, there's some prime rib with some au jus on it. Okay. The prime rib, for being prime rib, is pretty tender as well, and has a good flavor. So far, the meats has been good. Now, pork belly. I'm personally not a big fan of pork belly because it has a lot of fat in it, but I'm going to try it anyway. All right. I see why people like it. It does have a great flavor to it. But again, it's very fatty for me. I'm not a big into fatty meat. So to get some mashed potatoes and gravy here. I don't know if it's the gravy or the potatoes. It's quite salty. With good buttery flavor to the mashed potatoes. There's a lot of butter in there, so you have to be prepared for that butter. Okay, before I try the rib, because I'm going to make a mess, let me try a little bit of this short rib here. Well, this was kind of separate on the side of the carving station, so yes, thank you so much.
Can I get you anything?
No, we're good. Thank you so much. All right, so let's try this short rib. It's sweet. There's a sauce with it. And I cannot identify what sauce it is, but it is it's sweet and it's good. So I do recommend that short rib. All right, now onto this gigantic beef rib. Oh my God. This is looks like a mess waiting to happen for me. All right, it's very charred on the outside. Looks like a rub on there because it's kind of coming off of my fingers. Oh, I like it. There's a rub of some seasonings on there, and the way it's cooked is sort of charred, like I mentioned, but it gives it a really good texture and flavor to it. I prefer pork ribs over beef ribs, again, because I don't like fatty meat. But this is good. Meat inside is very tender. It's got a kick to it too. If you like spicy, it's a good spicy rub. All right. Now I think we're gonna at least have to come back for dessert. I saw some gelato over there. It looked really good. So I will save some room and we'll get some dessert. I had noticed that there was a juice bar and I didn't grab any earlier. They had things like orange juice and grapefruit juice, but they also had different ones, like this white peach juice, a green juice, and, oh, I'm sorry, this was passion fruit, this was white peach. But I noticed something else that they had, and I nearly died because I would have gotten that earlier on, and they had Dole Whip. I don't know if it's a real Dole Whip, but we're gonna find out. I'm gonna try these juices just to see if they're good. White peach. It's good. It almost tastes like a white peach tea, like a cold juice but white peach tea. So it's kind of a calm down, but it's really good. I don't know what this green juice is, but I'm assuming it's going to be like apple and celery and that kind of stuff. I taste celery, cucumber, like a lemony flavor. Don't taste apple really, but maybe. But it's a good green juice. Very refreshing actually. And passion fruit. This one's very sweet. I'm gonna say it's thick, but it's like thicker juice. All right. I'm really excited to try this. Dole Whip, you guys. You guys know I love my Dole Whip margaritas. Oh yeah. This is the real thing. They have Dole Whip here. I cannot believe it. That makes me so happy. I'd come back just for the Dole Whip. Now this one is also Dole Whip, but it had some like raspberry or strawberry or something in here. Let's see them. Oh, it's really good. It gives it a little something different to it. You still have that pineapple flavor, but there's just a different sort of sweetness to it. Oh, so good. All right, but I also got some gelato. because they had gelato and I wanted to try some. They had a whole variety of flavors, but I wanted to try the raspberry and the mango. You tell I like my fruits. Oh, it's good. This is good gelato. All right, let's try the mango. So interestingly, it kind of tastes a little like, there's those little places I think called Cocoline that you see around Las Vegas that you can get gelato or sorbets. And it kind of reminds me of that, but I'm sure that we paid $7 just for a scoop of sorbet. And here I get it included in the price. They also have some pastries though, so I'm gonna go get a few of the pastries and try that out after I finish this up. If you've liked what you've seen so far on this video, be sure to hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel. It'll really help our channel to grow. All right, so I got some desserts at the pastry area, and wow, there was a lot to choose from, so I had to make some choices, tough choices. Got a couple of macarons. Ooh, very, very, very sweet. Too sweet for my liking, actually. Kind of light, strawberry. This one must be vanilla, I guess. It's not vanilla. Almost tastes like a cream. It's okay. The macarons are okay. They're just too sweet. This tastes like a lot of sugar. All right, so I got this little puff pastry thing with some strawberries on the side. It looked really cute. Okay, that's good. The little pastry is good. The whipped cream in there, and the strawberry just gives it a little something extra. Now, they had key lime pie. This looked very interesting. You know, I'm never sure with these desserts if I'm gonna like them or not. Sometimes they just don't taste right. I think they did a pretty good job with the key lime pie. It has that limey flavor to it. It's a little too sweet though. I think that's kind of the theme here, a lot of sweetness. All right, I also got a pecan pie. It happened to be right next to the key lime pie, and pecan is Enrique's, like, that's his treat. He loves a little pecan pie. Okay, this is kind of hard to dig into here. Let's see. Just want a little taste here. Come on, fork. I'm struggling, you guys. No, I'm not really digging this pecan pie. I don't know what it is. Maybe Enrique will like it, but I'm not sure that I do. It's just, I don't think I'll finish that one. All right, this was a strawberry panna cotta. Let's see. So it's got like a gelatin inside with some strawberry. It's actually pretty flavorful. Fresh strawberry in there with some sort of strawberry syrup. And that gelatin kind of creamy flavor. This is pretty decent. More strawberries on the bottom as well, as you can see. All right. So overall, what do I think of the Bellagio buffet? We have now tried all of the MGM buffets, and I can say with certainty that this one is the best of the MGM buffets. Now, is it better than, let's say, Wynn or the Bacchanal buffet at Caesars? No. The selection at those are just greater. You have so much more to choose from. But what I can say is that the food I did get at the Bellagio buffet was really good. It's quality food, maybe not as grand of a selection, but it is quality. And I think that they have the price reflecting that. It's less than the Caesars or the Wynn buffet. If you happen to be at the Bellagio staying here and you want to try the buffet, I say go for it. If you pay the $54.99 and do what we did, come at 10:30 and get the seafood, you're gonna get your money's worth for sure. So that is all we have for you today. We hope you enjoyed it, and we also would like you to watch this video here if you enjoyed this one as well. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.